7 o'clock.
Yep, 7 o'clock. I'll officially open this South Washington County Telecommunications Commission meeting for Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020. And I got a little thing to read here. Following a determination by the South Washington County Telecommunications Commission Chair, Dave Thiede, and emergencies declared by the United States, the state of Minnesota, South Washington County Telecommunications Commission, meeting scheduled for Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020 at 7 p.m. will, pursuant to Minnesota Statute 13D.021, occur by telephonic means. Members of the public who wish to attend the meeting may attend by telephone. If you wish to attend by telephone, please call 1-312-626-6799. That number again is 312-626-6799 at the scheduled meeting time, which is Tuesday, December 22nd. If there are any questions about this notice of participating in the meeting, please contact the South Washington County Telecommunications Commission office. Was I supposed to read something different, Mark, or is that what I needed to read? I think the one thing you gave me at one point was a little different, was it?
Yeah, it's been edited a couple times, so we've changed the phone number, but that was it.
Okay. All right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Let's hear a little ho 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 from everybody. Happy holidays.
Ho ho ho.
Oh my God.
Happy holidays, everyone, now that I got my audio working.
All right. So we'll call this to order. Mr. Executive Director, please take roll call.
Chair Thiede.
Here.
Vice Chair James.
Here.
Treasurer Bloom.
Here.
Secretary Tracy. Councilmember Date.
Here.
Councilmember Ingeman.
Present.
Patrick Downs.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
I'm here.
Community Rep Randy Olson.
Virtually here.
There you go.
And we also have on the call our attorney, Mike Bradley, myself, Executive Director Mark Martinez, and staff lead government producer Bob McSherry. Did I miss anyone here? Oh, we also have in the technical booth our technical manager, Lonnie Garland. Okay. Oh, looks like 2 more additions here into the meeting.
Tracy.
Welcome,
There's
Ray
Tracy.
Kaiser and Tracy Rom.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, Tracy.
Tracy.
Hello, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. And
And we
so it
also
appears we
have-
have a quorum.
Yes,
Mhm.
Ray Kaiser from Gray Cloud Island Township. Hi, Ray.
Mark, how are you?
Just fine, thanks.
All right. Item 3 is approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
I will motion to approve the agenda. This is Commissioner James.
I'll second. Commissioner Bloom.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say yeah when Mark calls your name.
Commissioner Thiede,
Aye.
James,
Aye.
Bloom,
Aye.
Rom,
Aye.
Kaiser,
Aye.
Date,
Aye.
Ingeman,
Aye.
Downs.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, very good. Item number 4 is public comment. I'd open it up for public comment. If there's anybody on that would like to add anything that's not currently on the agenda or discuss something not currently on the agenda tonight, you can speak up. And seeing none, I will close public comment and we'll move on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve consent? Is there any discussion around consent at all? Seeing
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
All
This
right,
is Ron.
got a motion. Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Bloom.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Mr. Executive Director, please do the call the vote.
Commissioner Theedy,
Aye.
James,
Aye.
Bloom,
Aye.
Rom,
Aye.
Date,
Aye.
Ingeman,
Aye.
Kaiser,
Aye.
Downs.
Aye.
Motion is approved.
All right, very good. Item number 6 is reports. Mr. Executive Director, do you have some things to talk about tonight?
Yes, thank you, Chair Theedy, Commission Directors. Very excited to present this report to you. I'm going to start with a brief wrap of 2020 and our commission goals that we had set out at the beginning of the year. I included this in the packet, and let me share my screen here if I can without taking up too much time here. Start off here with the capital projects that we had set out at the beginning of the year, and we've gone through most of this. That what I did want to point out is what we added here in Q4 of this year, which was the Hero Center funds. That's completed, and we've also completed recently the Newport Council Chamber project design, and we're still working towards those remaining funds that we had in our capital budget, at which it stands right now at about 150,000 that we're looking to spend before the end of the year. And we have it with Commissioner James and Bloom tomorrow, Lonnie and myself, to determine how we're going to proceed with these estimates. We received 3 bids for both these projects. Lonnie's done a really excellent job as to coordinating all that and really getting the integrators to sharpen their pencils. And we're looking at much better numbers now that we're going to present to Rob and Brian tomorrow.
Good.
Did want to point out too that we do have the IT job specialist job posted now. It's live and we're receiving resumes at this point. My hope is that we'll have a selection process starting early in January and have some finalists to interview by the middle of the month, and hopefully have made an offer to somebody by February 1st. One thing I did want to point out for next year is our lease plan, and that's going to be coming up quicker than we think, probably. Our goal right now is to decide what we're going to be doing after August of 2021 by April of next year. We've opened it back up to a number of options to look. We were hoping that the pandemic would kind of be subsiding by this point, or by April or so, that we'd be able to make some more of a long-term decision, or at least a 5-year decision rather than just a year by year. But we do have that option available to us, so we'll be picking that up first thing in January. Would be a priority. Most of you, or maybe all of you, had received the CenturyLink notice that they have terminated their service as of December 16th. They had sent out this official 90-day notice back on September 16th, and that terminated on December 16th. Our written document expires on February 11th, and so it's not too far off. But here we are at the end of the 5-year franchise agreement with CenturyLink, and it's unfortunate because we don't have a competitive option for our subscribers out there. However, the bright side is that Comcast, is still very strong in their cable franchise and cable subscription base. And we've talked at length a number of times of how we are losing subscribers slowly. It's what I like to call, or don't like to call, the slow drip of cable subscribers as our consumers are changing their appetite and the way they consume video. But there are still a lot of subscribers out there. And the benefit to this region is that it's continually growing. And so as long as there's a cable product out there, we do have hope that our funding, our current funding model will continue. Just included this letter of appreciation from the League of Women Voters. Last time we met was back in October, and we received this shortly after the election, just thanking SWCTC for our expertise and professionalism in covering candidate forums. Next up, I'm very excited to present to you a significant achievement for SWCTC back in November at the Regional Emmy Award Gala for the Upper Midwest Chapter on November 14th. SWCTC and our lead government producer, Bob McSherry, accepted our very first Emmy Award for Bob's piece about a Woodbury family and resident and military soldier, Dan Drevnick, who was unfortunately killed in action in 2009. And want to see if I can. Can you? You may be able to see the award, maybe not, but hopefully you can in the attendees list. Let's see here. There it is. It's here in our office, and I'm very pleased to turn the floor over. Our lead government producer, Bob McSherry, is available, has joined us this evening to say a few words. And so congratulations, Bob. I turn the floor over to you.
Thanks, Mark. Like I said, I was the producer of the story, so that's why my name's on it, but it definitely wasn't just me. So I just want to make it clear that Justin Atkinson and we met with the Drevnick family, like six weeks before we even brought a camera over and shot it. And then, we met again another time when Brian came over. And then when we shot it, it was Justin answering the questions. Brian Schmidt and Elena Myers were all in the room taping it. So that's really how it kind of went down in that way. I would like to thank the Drevnick family for their willingness to share their grief and their son's story. It is very humbling to me knowing that it has touched this many people and that they've really enjoyed, as they said, they really enjoyed people getting to know their son. And that was very important for them. And I wanted to make sure that I did it right. And so I'm very pleased that it's still touching people. And it's weird to get an honor like this for something that's kind of tragic. And so, maybe I'm not as excited as I should be. I don't know. So it's been surreal and a little strange, but yeah, definitely want to I also want to thank the commission for supporting us and, giving us the tools and the time we need, and Mark for allowing us to tell these stories, and for the community for allowing us to tell these stories. So I appreciate that. I appreciate what you guys do for us and how you support us. So I guess that's all I got to say. If you have any questions, let me know.
Very good. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, we did send out press release, and we sent it to the Pioneer Press and the new Cottage Grove paper that just started up. I did hear back from the Cottage Grove paper that they're planning to publish that this week in this week's paper, which I think comes out on Thursday. But I did want to let my statement in the press release was that receiving this award is a landmark achievement in our organization's 35-year history. We are honored and truly thankful to those who helped make this a reality. It's been our goal to produce the highest quality content, and we are fortunate to have support and a staff dedicated to our community mission and professional craft. This was actually the third year in a row that we had been nominated. Bob's had received multiple nominations in the past. Our first award, and also at this year's gala, our operations manager and producer, Ann Schweisguth, also received an Emmy nomination this year for her production of June Fremont, World War II Marine.
So Mark, where will the Emmy actually be displayed then? And then are there words along the base of the Emmy?
Yes.
What does it say?
It says 2020 Upper Midwest Regional Emmy Awards, Military, Single Story Series, Dan Drevnick, Woodbury Sun, South Washington County Telecommunications Commission, Bob McSherry, producer, editor.
Excellent. Okay. Well, you need to display this prominently.
Yeah, that's great.
I just want to say that we also beat out Boyd Hubert and the whole Care 11 team. So I just.
Ooh,
My
that's
favorite
big.
idea is that all these people went around and started Googling our name after it was announced we won. I don't know if that happened, but in my mind it did. So I think
That's awesome. Congratulations, Bob. That's huge.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, we hope to have it here in the office and in a case.
Good.
And add to it in the future. That's our hope.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thanks,
All right.
everyone. Thanks, Bob.
Anything else, Mark?
Let's
Our
see.
next
Yes,
treasure report.
I did send out a couple items recently, earlier today, regarding updates from NATOA. There has been there will be a leadership change at the FCC with the new administration. So I just wanted to make everyone aware of that. And then a report from Mike Bradley's office, and I'm sure Mike will follow up on that here in a moment. Going back to the treasurer's report included in the packet, since we last met in October, the actual revenue came in for Q3. So what you're seeing in the packet is actuals through Q3. And this is the document that we were using to look at, oh no, I'm sorry. We were also using a year-to-date document to determine that we did have some available funds in the capital. Here it is. In the furniture and equipment or capital expenditure area, which is what prompted the conversations about how we could spend that for the remainder of the year. Couple good things have happened in terms of outlook for the remainder of this year. We had gone into 2020 with a 10% reduction in our budget for the year, and that was in anticipation of the FCC's 621 order going into effect. We have not seen that go into effect as of yet, and And so our revenue income has been trending higher than expected. And then our expenses have been trending lower than expected. And I think that's primarily due to some cutbacks in a few areas, but also the effects of the pandemic and not
Doing as much.
not doing some things as much. Yeah. And so I'm anticipating a total estimated surplus of revenue income surplus at the end of the year of about $270,000 after all expenses have been made, and that's good. So that's the projection for the rest of the year, and that'll do it for the treasurer's report
All right.
and my report.
And then next is legal. Mr. Bradley, do you have anything for us tonight?
Good evening, Mr. Chair and everyone. Like Mark said, Mark sent around a legal update from me earlier this evening. So just take a look at that at your leisure. A couple of things have changed. I put that together in early November. A few things have changed. Mark mentioned the FCC commissioner, was appointed. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of the appointments go now that the FCC chair has resigned, so he'll be done here in early January. One of the Democratic commissioners' terms also ends in early January. So we may have a 2-1 Republican led commission time at the beginning of the year until President-elect Biden gets his nominations in. So that'll be interesting to watch. Remember the 621 order that we're appealing right now was passed at the FCC on a 3-2 vote along party lines. So we'll be continuing to monitor who's on the FCC. The Comcast franchise fee review obviously has had some development since I wrote this memo, since a settlement with Comcast on that issue. But other than that, I think everything is accurate in our written legal report. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have generally of me right now.
So the new FCC person you mentioned, that's Biden's selection or nominee, or that's just somebody coming in now for about a month?
No, he'll be on longer than a month. This is a new Republican commissioner, and he'll remain on.
Okay. And
Republicans will have 2 commissioners. Democrats eventually will have 3.
Sure. But the chair has not been appointed yet, correct?
Right, the new chair. Right.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's still a chairman in place, but he is being off the commission here in early January.
Okay. So do we see anything really? Well, we don't really know probably yet in terms of things changing, but it still defeats logic that we've got everybody paying for right of way except the internet people. They've got because even the like T-Mobile and the phone companies and so forth, the broadband. I mean, that's they coming out. They lease space on our water towers for their antennas, and so they're paying for that right of way per se. Things going through the cable for cable TV are paying for that right of way. Yet the internet guys anybody that's doing the internet part of it is getting it for free, right? Right away.
Well, It's complicated. It would be worth a work session actually to go over those different rules and who's paying what. Might be interesting at some point for you, but yeah, there's a lot of issues that we need to tackle at the state legislative level and the FCC level and the congressional
And I know
level.
politics in general isn't all that logical a lot of times, but so at any rate, okay. Just kind of frustrating to keep thinking about that way, but
Yeah, the Cable Act is a 35-year-old document, and so it hasn't been updated. And what the 621 order did was just reinterpret the act, and nothing's actually changed. No wording has changed at all in it. And so there is hope amongst the community media centers and executive directors across the country that this order won't be prioritized now with the change of leadership. That's yet to be seen, but that's at least the hope for all of us.
all right. Anything else, Mike? Okay.
No.
Then we go on to item 7 is unfinished business. Comcast franchise fee settlement. You kind of mentioned that a little bit, but anything else to say on that?
No, we're just very pleased to be bringing you a settlement agreement with Comcast. This has been a long time in the making, as you all know. We started back in 2018 with a franchise fee review, and this commission joined with 4 other local franchising authorities, most of them commissions, and the executive directors chose Ashmont-Skulco to do the financial, the franchise fee review. It took Ashmont-Skulco a while to get a report together, in part because they were waiting for a long time for information from Comcast. But they did put together a report that the commission then received and filed. The commission all of the franchising authorities directed staff and me to share the report with Comcast, ask for their response to that report. Comcast provided a response. A very significant difference between the Ashmont-Skulco report and Comcast's initial position. We reviewed that with the executive directors and commission leadership. The decision was made to explore settlement options with Comcast, and we did that in the course of much of 2020. And we came through discussions with the executive directors and leadership. We came to a settlement that's before you now. We feel very good about it. There was, like I said, a big difference when you looked at the numbers. Ashmont-Skulco found franchise fee deficiency of $189,430. Comcast came back and did agree that there was an underpayment, but they found that the underpayment was $30,000. So a very significant difference there. As we engaged Comcast in discussions, we learned that a lot of these, the lion's share of the Ashmont-Skulco findings would require Comcast to make accounting changes across the board nationally. That was not something that they were willing to do. And so, yeah, we engaged in the discussions. We ended up coming to a settlement agreement of Comcast paying an underpayment of $73,910, which is, frankly, a very significant amount for our franchise fee. They also agreed to pay all of my costs and plus some of the financial consultants' costs up to $7,500. So that's all very positive. I think another really positive development was the agreement to of gross revenues and an auditing that will apply not just to our current franchise, but will as well. And that is those are a couple of provisions that take a significant amount of time to negotiate. And Mark, I'll be with you in just one moment. If you go ahead, Mark.
Well, I was just going to mention that you're breaking up, and I just wanted to make you aware of that. I'm not sure if it's on my end or your end, but some words are dropping out. Is it my end? Are you okay, Dave? Or Rob?
Yeah, I've been hearing him okay, I guess.
Okay.
It was breaking up a little bit, but
Not bad. Yep.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Good.
So start with the gross revenues piece again, please.
We were able to negotiate a definition of gross revenues and an auditing provision that applies to this cable franchise, but then also for our renewed cable franchise. And that's a really significant piece in the franchise renewal process. It is, I can just tell you that a neighboring commission spent 6 years and part of the discussions were on gross revenues and auditing. And this is very, very close to what that group had. I think it's better actually than what that group received. So to have that as part of this package, I think is very positive. One other thing that we did is we agreed to the way Comcast has been calculating gross revenues on bundled services. And we agreed to do that for a period of for 5 years from the end date of our review period, which was 2018. So that takes us out about another 3 years. And the reason we did that is we knew Comcast was involved in litigation. And we wanted to see how that litigation played out. So I think it allows us to be the benefactor of whatever the result is in that litigation. It's having to incur the time and expense of going through the actual litigation ourselves. So the settlement agreement is before you. The motion that we would recommend is a motion to settlement agreement with Comcast. Authorize your executive director to execute the settlement agreement on behalf of the Cable Commission.
All right. I do have a question, but there any other questions?
Were the, I know, Mike, you said your costs are covered underneath this. Were the ASPA and Skulco costs covered as well under that?
They were not completely covered, no.
Okay. All right.
Comcast was quite adamant about not paying costs.
Really? Okay. All right. But they were okay with your costs?
Yes.
Okay.
all $50 of it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
All right.
And just so you know, because you the commission was able to save a significant amount of money. Actually, not only are you getting my costs covered, but my costs were essentially 1/5 of what they normally would be, because we were sharing those fees across 5 different franchising authorities.
Okay. So I guess we really don't have any tax implications that, I mean, this will pay out, physically it'll pay out in 2021, right? 30 days after the settlement is complete.
Yeah, Probably, yeah. Our meeting got pushed back. They've been signing the document very quickly, but and I think their accounting people are ready to pay. I don't know if they want to get the checks out before the end of the year or not.
Okay.
They're gonna
But at any rate,
come to us
this,
in 2021.
so this was actually lost revenue that we didn't get from January 2015 to March of 2018. I don't know if there'd be any accounting implications that we would want that to be recognized in those years, or just recognize it in the year that we get it. And maybe, I don't know if Ashbaugh actually talked about that or anything at all.
No, I think you talked to your auditor about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll do that.
Let's see. Any other questions? Any other comments? Seeing none, I guess I'll look for a motion.
Let me just say real quick
Okay.
that this was all prompted. A couple of different things was somebody's trying to get into our call here. Some discrepancy that we saw in. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of CenturyLink on that one. This was just kind of a best practices in terms of our ongoing franchise renewal discussions. And anything you want to add to that, Mike, as to why we did this?
I think it is a good practice to do this every so often. I generally, as a rule of thumb, say every 5 years or so. But I did think the executive director saw a discrepancy, just to remind Mark, it's been a while. But we did see a discrepancy in the way I want to say the fourth quarter franchise fee payments of 2017 came in, and Comcast had switched from
yes,
our accounting methods to an accrual method. And when they did that, we saw 1 month in 1 quarter basically get kind of cut in half. And that's what kind of prompted the review for all these jurisdictions.
All right. So I guess the recommendation is be looking for a motion that would approve the attached settlement agreement between the South Washington County Telecommunications Commission and Comcast of Minnesota and Wisconsin Incorporated regarding franchise fees and PEG fees.
Motion to approve, Commissioner Bloom.
Okay. Do I have a second?
This is Commissioner James. I will second it.
Very good. All right. We have a motion and a second. Mark, can you take the vote?
Or Chair Thiede,
Aye.
Commissioner James,
Aye.
Bloom,
Aye.
Rom,
Aye.
Date,
Aye.
Ingeman,
Aye.
Kaiser, Downs,
Aye.
and I think Paul, Commission Director Paul Diefenbach's on the call now as well.
Yes, aye.
Motion passes.
All right. Very good. Next
Thanks, everyone.
thing under unfinished business is item B is officer elections. So had a little bit of a change there in that Myron decided to have Justin be the liaison. Well, I got an echo coming from somebody's deal there, but be the liaison to the South Washington County Telecommunications Commission. So I will have to relinquish the chair, and I would nominate Rob James for chairman.
Well, thank you, Dave.
And James as chair.
I think we do a motion on that, and then we open for other nominations, or do we open for all nominations? Just open for all new nominations? Okay. Any other nominations for, obviously, if Rob gets chair, then we'll need vice chair and such. So do I have some other nominations?
Well, if I'm vacating the vice chair, then I would nominate Brian Bloom to be the vice chair then.
Okay.
Thank you. And if I'm vacating that chair, I'll nominate Andrea Date, Councilmember Date, for the treasurer position.
Right. And Commissioner Date, do you accept that nomination?
Sure, yes.
Okay. So what our nominating slate looks like now is, well, I should ask, is there any other nominations from the floor? Hearing none.
You're supposed to say
we
it 3 times.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Any other nominations from the floor? Number 2. And for a third time, any other nominations from the group? Hearing none, then the nomination slate will be for chair Rob James, vice chair Brian Bloom, treasurer is Andrea Date, and secretary is Tracy Rom. So do we need to do each one of those individually, or they're all together?
All
Or
together.
we do a
Somebody
separate-
can move the slate.
Okay.
So move as presented.
Okay, we got a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it. Tracy Rom.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to go ahead and elect the slate of officers that were nominated. Mark, you can take the vote.
Sure. Commissioner Thede,
Aye.
James,
Aye.
Bloom,
Aye.
Rom,
Aye.
Date,
Aye.
Ingman,
Aye.
Kaiser,
Aye.
Downs,
Aye.
Diefenbach.
Aye.
Slate passes.
Very good. Congratulations to the new officers.
Looking forward to working with you.
And then let's see. Next item is new business. We have item A is a draft amendment to the bylaws.
Yes, I'll take this one, Chair,
Okay.
or soon to be Chair James. Yes, this idea was prompted in regards to kind of a just a workflow idea of moving our elections to January in the first meeting of the year. So that would give our member cities a chance to appoint their representatives to the commission in December, and we would be able to elect officers in January. So this would be, this is just a discussion item right now. I just wanted to bring this to your attention that we can vote on in the next meeting or so. If we want to proceed with that, I think just logistically it'll make things flow more smoothly. And then this would go into effect in January of 2022. I'm happy to take any questions about this.
So Mark, would that set the meeting the meeting, the alternating meeting schedule that we have? Would that make the January meeting then officially be a full commission meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
that would yeah, we would need to have a full regular commission meeting in January to elect officers and also approve our I forgot the word, but it's our appointments to certain things like our newspaper
Committees
and
so forth.
committees and so forth. Yes.
Okay.
However, I did want to also make note that for this coming year, 2021, it's my recommendation or my suggestion to start this year with, similar to this year, 2020, we flipped things around this year and started the year with an executive committee meeting in January. And that was primarily because we had started a strategic planning process earlier this year. And I would, now that we've elected officers for next year, I would like to proceed with that rotation of the executive committee in January, so we can lay out the goals for the year, and which would be discussing the capital projects and strategic plan, and then also our franchise renewal priorities, and anything else that the executive committee would want us to focus on for next year. And I think that would set us up nicely for the next 2-3 years, where in 2022 we could go back to what we had historically done with the regular commission meeting in January.
Okay. What does everybody think about that? Any discussion around that? Anybody that does not think that that's a good idea?
I don't want to throw any wrinkles, Mark, but City of Newport doesn't appoint anybody to anything until their first council meeting in January. So you don't know what you got till January.
Okay, is that generally within the first 2 weeks?
The first meeting of January, which usually the first Thursday of the month, unless January 1st falls on a 30, that is, the 8th. But it's the first Thursday of the year.
Yeah. Well, I think if we're able to continue with looking at the 4th week for our meetings, that would be fine. Thanks for letting me know.
All right.
So Mark, you're proposing an executive committee meeting then in January of 2021?
Correct.
Okay. So our next full commission meeting will be on what day?
That would be February
25th.
If you have the calendar.
Fourth Thursday.
Fourth Thursday
is February 25th.
February 25th. Yep.
Which reminds me too, going back to January and the executive committee meeting, there is a conflict on that day for the city of Woodbury for January 28th. Yep. And so we would need to look at a different day that week.
Do you need to be at that meeting, Rob? The council commission kickoff event?
Yeah, especially we're going to be talking about using Teams for all the commissioners. And so I feel like we need to have, I've been there at that meeting in the past, and I think there's going to be a reason that I need to be there for this one in particular.
Okay.
So do we want to go ahead and set Thursday the 21st?
Well, that's an executive committee meeting on the 28th, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Can we do it at like 5? Or is that too early for people?
At a different time. Okay.
That works for me.
That's true. I could do it earlier. That's true.
Like the conflict we have starts at 7. So if the meeting's an hour and a half and we start at 5:30, I know we'll have a hard stop, but then we'll just have to be really efficient.
That's a great idea. I'm good with that.
I'm fine with it.
And,
all right.
Mr. Ram, does that work for you?
Yeah, we don't get pizza anymore anyway, so that's fine with me.
Mark's going to start sending it to our houses.
Yeah, what happened to that?
There you go.
Yeah, see, I was thinking we were going to be at City Hall anyway, but probably not.
Yeah, right.
Possibly.
Okay.
Not, yeah. We just got to get replicators like Star Trek has and so forth. Then you just press a button, it'll just materialize for everybody right there. So
right.
So so Dave is continuing on the commission. You're moving to the alternate role, so hopefully we'll see you in future meetings, Dave.
Yeah, just like a bad penny, it's kind of tough to just keeps showing up. So.
Thank you for your years of service up to this point.
You're welcome.
Mark, I wouldn't mind having a motion from the commission on that last item, just to move the, the consideration of the bylaws to the next cable commission meeting. The bylaws require that we submit the proposed amendment in writing the prior meeting.
Oh, so
Minutes to be clear that that is what happened.
I'll move the January meeting starts at 5 o'clock for the executive committee.
Are you talking about the February meeting?
No, I think what Mike, you were talking about is the actual amendment to the bylaws to move the officer elections to a full meeting in January, full commission meeting in January, starting in 2022.
Is that what he meant?
Well, all I was suggesting was how do you deal with this bylaw amendment? Mm-hmm. And I was just suggesting a simple motion to consider this bylaws amendment at your next full meeting.
Oh, okay. So with that said, is there a motion for that?
Yeah, I'll make it.
All right, we have a motion to
whatever he said.
take a look at the amendment to the bylaws in the February 2021 meeting, full commission meeting. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a second from Commissioner Date. Mr. Executive Director, call the vote.
Okay. PD.
Aye.
James.
Aye.
Bloom. Rom.
Aye.
Date.
Aye.
Ingman.
Aye.
Kaiser.
Aye.
Downs. Downs. Okay, there he is. Diefenbach.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, very good. All right, let's see what's next. Number 9 is commission comments and requests. Do we have any comments and requests?
Well, this is Commissioner James. My comment would be, I want to thank Dave for taking the leadership role away when we lost Rich last year. I was hoping that you'd take it for another year, to be quite honest. So I'm a little disappointed that I'm having to jump in, but I think we should have a smooth transition between our administration. I don't think there's going to be any animosity about this, right, Dave?
No, it's fine, and I'll be around. Be around for any other questions or activity and things like that. So
I imagine we'll be a role model for our federal government how a transition of power should happen.
Right?
Right?
Yeah. No, I won't go.
It's too bad.
Good, because I will look to you for some guidance on things. So I'm
Sure.
glad to know that you're still going to be on the commission, just not in a voting capacity. So, but thank you for your service with us.
You're welcome. All right. Anything else?
Chairman Thede, this is Patrick Downs. I have a quick question.
Yes.
I know we did a motion and approval for the settlement with Comcast, but I thought Bradley also was asking for a specific motion authorizing Director Martinez to sign on behalf of the commission. Do we still have an outstanding issue that needs to be moved on?
You were really breaking up, Patrick. Something about with Mark and the giving him the authority.
Patrick, if you're able to write some of it in the comments or in the chat, rather, that would be helpful.
I think what he was asking was, what did the motion include the authorization of Mark to sign the settlement agreement on behalf of the Cable Commission? And so, Mark, if you look back at your motion, or whoever's taking the minutes, and if you think we should go back and
restate it,
and well, you could just move. You could move that now. just move approval of your executive director to sign the settlement agreement.
Let's do that just to be sure.
Yep. All right. This is Commissioner James, and I will move that we enter in the settlement agreement with Comcast and authorize our executive director, Mark Martinez, to sign the agreement.
I'll second it. Commissioner Bloom.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Mark, can you take the vote?
Chair Thiede,
Aye.
James,
Aye.
Bloom,
Aye.
Rom,
Aye.
Date,
Aye.
Ingman,
Aye.
Kaiser,
Aye.
Downs,
Aye.
Diefenbach.
Aye.
All right, very good. Sounds like that passed. Thank you, Commissioner Downs, for making that clarification.
Yep.
All right, any other comments and requests? Seeing none, I guess I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
We have a motion and I assume we have a second.
Second.
There you go. All right, from Commissioner
Ingman,
Dave. Mr. Executive Director, please take the vote.
Commission Director Thiede,
Aye.
James,
Aye.
Bloom,
Aye.
Rom,
Aye.
Date,
Aye.
Ingman,
Aye.
Kaiser,
Aye.
Downs,
Aye.
Diefenbach.
Aye.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, there we go. And I guess now it's Christmas carols. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Understand?
You first, Chair.
All right, let's see. Let's hear those sleigh bells ringling, jing, jing, a jingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Now,
There you
they
go.
used to always give us a hat too. Remember that? Just like what you've got on.
Yeah.
I
What,
know,
what
right?
happened to those damn things?
Gosh, that we would have had to mail them out, right? Yeah. But, well, happy holidays to everybody. Stay healthy.
Take care, all.
And ho, ho, ho.